Begin. So another post-commentary episode, usually in a pointing... Oh, hold on. This is pointing 3. No database entries, because there's no database entries. This is all going to be post-commentary. So, just for those of you that don't know what a pointing episode is, this is me going around collecting all of the viewpoints. Although I think I've got all of them in this pointing session. I basically go around getting all the treasure chests, which I'm still getting, codex pages, and feathers as well, which I do. I usually read off database entries that we get, sort of just to get it out of the way and keep it off the main sort of playthrough. Oh, that was lucky. So if you don't want to watch me walking around just collecting stuff, then I will suggest you probably do not want to watch this. However, this is different to usual. Usually I, like I said, do the databases, but this time I've run out. I've got so much pointing footage that I ran out of database entries. So I'm just going to be talking in post-commentary, which is... I won't say anything interesting. I'll just talk and sort of mention what I'm doing and stuff like that. And by the way, I don't know what happened. I think I tried to kill him, but I think I failed somehow. That's how he noticed me. Yeah, but I won't be saying anything like major, like anything that's going to affect big things. But just so you know. But... yeah, I like doing this. He ran into me. Oh, and then he swears at me, and then I go after him. And he runs off like a little girl. Yeah, that's right. I'll do that again later as well. Right, okay, yeah. So what am I saying? Something about pointing... I thought I was going to sit down then. I honestly don't know what I was going to say. Oh, dear. I still saved it. Well, if any of you know this, but they say that this is the spiritual successor to Prince of Persia. That's why I did the Prince of Persia playthrough. But those fountains on the wall, they I think remind me most of a Prince of Persia. They, of course, were the little Tommy fountain, if you remember. And he's going to run away because he's scared. The white devil! The hooded devil with the cape and the red sash! He's going to kill us! Yes, he is. If you start a fight, I'm going to kill you. Oh, no. I better run home quickly. I don't want to kill him. I mean, these 2 chests of 300 florians. I don't really need that. Well, I don't know. So, oh, look at this. See, I mentioned last pointing episode with the red notoriety. Oh, it's annoying me. I think I actually try and get this flag because the flag. First it's map, then it's flag. It's not. It's a poster. Do I turn around and get it? I do not. Right. Excuse me, Dr. Volcano. Right. I know it probably seems a bit weird that I name things, but it's just my style. I like to create stories within stories and characters and certain... what they called certain characters, and you know, like connections. That's the one. So that's why I do it. It's not too bad. Oh, I failed there. Yeah, it's just a little way of making my own little mark on the game. And I know Dr. Volcano is a bit of a stretch for those birdmen because they've got beaks, but I already have a doctor. You die? I don't want to sprout fledglings. That doesn't sound how fatal. Don't mind me. Just going to drink. I don't know if it is a drink. It might be a drink actually. That potion. I did say it was smelling salts, but he could drink it. Like he does wipe away his mouth. Maybe that's what it is instead of him wiping his nose. Oh, look at the flags. Oh, posters! They're not flags. That's it. If only I could take 2 of them out at a time. That would be fantastic. Come on! Come at me, bro. I'll take you on. Oh, look at that, see? The game knows how I work. Right, see if this cup of tea's cooled down then. A little bit. Still a little bit hot, but it's alright. Right, we're in the farmlands. Well, now, this, I believe, is... I always think it's at the top, so I always go up and then have to walk down again, but I remembered this time. We've actually got quite a bit of money, haven't we? Okay, well, look, we're getting close to doing it. I do get the feathers. I was going to say flags in. I do get the feathers after this as well, so there's still quite a lot to do, I'm afraid. Sorry to all you pointers that have things to do. I know it's a bit of a pain, unfortunately. Right. But at least we put it in this one episode so you don't have to watch it if you don't want to. Obviously for those... I would personally... Well, I say I would personally watch it, but by that I mean if someone I watched did something like this, I would watch it because that's just who I am. I have to watch everything. As to whether I watch my own videos, I think editing them is enough for me. I won't sit there going back and watch my own videos. I mean, I don't know. Obviously I edit them. That's enough for me to do. But you know, you never like the sound of your own voice, and like sometimes I don't like listening to it. It depends on the game as well. Like usually the first episode I'll watch again to make sure it's all, you know, edited properly. And usually my not enthusiasm, because I've always got enthusiasm with games, but usually that's when it's the highest, when I'm doing Let's Play. Like I'm excited, that's the one. Like I'm really excited about it, so I check it and like make sure it's fine. Like I did that with Beyond Good and Evil ages and ages ago. I did it with Assassin's Creed 2. Definitely did that. I personally didn't like the first episode. Like I try and look at it as if I was watching it from your perspective. And the first one I thought was all right. I thought I was a bit sort of quiet and like talking like this, if you know what I mean. Like nobody changing my voice from monotone. That's the word. I was monotone. I was talking a bit like this and sort of like that. And obviously, the story was happening, so I couldn't really talk much. I think that's why I thought that. But I think episode 4, I think I was all right. I thought I was, you know, passable. But I can't quite remember. Right, I think this is in here, isn't it? I think I'll worry. Excuse me, this is a family show. Ouch. Fatty Soto. I don't know what that is. I guess it's obviously a fat something, but I don't know what a Soto is. I got a feeling it might be something bad. Remember your training, men. Oh, you got me. I think I failed. Sometimes I just fail at counting. You need to get sort of timing right. And if your timing's thrown off, then you're screwed. I think I've got it now. Or I'll get bored. I think I'll get bored, actually. There you go. It's a slow death if you stab him in the abdominal... Abdominal? Somewhere down there. Spleen, is it? Pancreas? I don't know which it is. My anatomy of the human body knowledge is not that high. I'm afraid to say, it's not that high, unfortunately. All I know is how to kill and collect some money. Look at that. 7,581 florins. I could buy some more armour for that. I do check at the end of this pointing episode. Ugh, cold, shiver, sorry. Has that ever happened to anyone else? We just get a shiver and he's just actually talking like, ugh. It's like a muscle spasm. It's weird. Right, I'm going up there to get that because see how small that notoriety is and see how annoyed I am at it. Told you. Anyway, yeah, what was I saying? Poo! I've forgotten. Talk about human anatomy, collecting florins. That's it. I'll check the shops at the end of the pointing episode. And there's nothing to buy just yet. But obviously, we're about to go into a new memory sequence anyway. But I love buying stuff. I love when stuff comes available. I'm like, oh, I must get it. It sucks that you can't just do that and jump up the top. Because obviously there's different ways to play Assassin's Creed. You can just do the normal, which is the holding down the R1 and pressing X, or holding the X, sorry. And that will just make you run normally and it will automatically climb like this is. Oh, I think that might have been me actually. But look, that is just holding down R1 and X. But you can sort of override the, you know, the safety feature, I guess I could call it, by like that. If because I press the X button instead of holding it down, like hold down the R1 and press X, you sort of jump, so it overwrites the. I guess this is called the snapping, because it sort of snaps to where you climb and it snaps it for you. But you can override that and like snap off of it, or release from it and snap off somewhere else. Right, now I think I'm getting the flags. Yeah, so it's like something with the wall jumping, and that thing I said earlier in the last episode where you go across the wall to get the flag. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm looking at the DNA sequence for some reason. I think I'm just checking to make sure I've got all the treasures. Yeah, Florence 52. Yep, see, got them all. So that's how you can check to make sure you haven't missed any, or where you've missed it. Which is better, because Obviously, it helps, like in Assassin's Creed 1 with the flags. If you missed one, you're screwed because you don't know where it is. That's not too bad. Yes, saying about snapping and stuff, yeah. So when you run up the wall and jump to the side, where I said about that you have to sort of use the overriding the X button to jump across. But obviously, they do teach you that as DLC for this, where they teach you that. But I don't remember seeing it anywhere else. If they do, it's definitely some of the later levels as well. And I should have cut this out. Obviously, I haven't edited this raw video footage, so there's probably times where I'm standing around for a long time. Because obviously I was just going to edit it out. Well, there I go, I'm moving again. So now you see I'm going back to do the flags. Because obviously I didn't get the flags here last time in the San Giovanni district. Because we didn't have the ability to collect them because we had not taken. What the hell's Torken? I'm Christopher Torken. I talk like this. We hadn't spoken to Petruchio, who is sadly not with us. And sadly we don't have what he wanted the feathers for. Well, that is what we want the feathers for. We found out, didn't we? The feathers, we need to get them before the evil people get them. Because they're trying to clone little Tommy by making an evil clone of him by taking his feathers. They need, obviously, all of the feathers. But we're going to steal them all back before they do. Because we are going to stop this evil clone from happening. There is only one little Tommy and they cannot have an evil one. See, I told you I did it again. This is too much. Between trees there. Cup of tea. I'm going to have loads of cup of tea left. I think I over-teed myself. Traditional remedies. Nope, okay. I was going to buy some. Look, Leonardo da Vinci's workshop. See, I know this place. I know. What is he looking for? Oh yeah, I'm trying to find the feather. It is up here. I can hear some sort of machinery working. I wonder if that's inside Leonardo's workshop. So you see, I had some trouble finding it. But I see it now. Oh, I can hear Tommy. Try to see him. Can't see him. Don't worry, Tommy. We will collect your feather. We will stop them from making an evil clone of you. So 1 of 100. Now on to the rest. Oh, so many feathers. I think there's 9 in each district that I'm doing. So this one is down there. Yes? No? Maybe? I don't know. Can you repeat the question? I think so. So down we go. Like I said, this is why I take it out of the main Let's Play. It's just a little bit of pointing, isn't it? Good people of Firenze! I'm here today to tell you that the feather collecting is going on. The evil corporation I missed and I fell to my death. Although I sort of healed on the way down, so it looked like I actually gained health when I fell down. I forgot what I was saying now. I was doing the herald voice, wasn't I? Great people of Firenze! I'm here today to tell you that the feather collecting is going on. Sir Ezio, the assassin, in training, is now going around collecting feathers. He now has 2 out of 100. He is still collecting the rest, but he has not found them yet. He may or may not be looking online to find a guide to find them. That is why he is sort of in the map and he's going over there to put it down. You see, he's putting it just there, south of the sewing thread tumble. What are they called? I'm going to find this out one day. Because it's like it's what the thread is spun around. I'm sure it's got a name. It's like a needle, not a needle. Obviously, you got a thumbnail, not a thumbnail, a thimble. It's something like that, but I can't quite remember what it's called. And it annoys me so much. If anyone could find out what it's called, I'll be very grateful. But unfortunately, I ain't got the time at the moment. Because I'm recording this, and if I come out of this, I'll lose my place in where I am in the video. So I'm going to have to stick around and watch it. But anyway, we're going to the Arno shorefront. Find out where to go next. It's not that far, of course, obviously. By the way, I'm recording this on Christmas Eve, by the way, if you're interested. So I'm going to be even more tired tomorrow. Hey! It's you, that's rather rude. Be mindful of your surroundings. Oh, and something, yeah, also. It is related to Assassin's Creed, it's why I'm going to mention it. But for Christmas, I've sort of got the Assassin's Creed comic, where it's got Subject 4, with the old Russian assassin. And, oh, I'm excited. Can't wait to read that. It's got everything in it as well. It's like it's a Subject 4 edition, so it's got everything in it. It's even got like this little prequel, which I didn't think would have it in, but it did. Right, see, I thought it was down there. It's not. It's further around. Keep going around. You'll see it. There we are. Yeah, I'm so excited. Obviously we don't find out about Subject 4 in Assassin's Creed 2. We find out about him in Assassin's Creed 3. But obviously, I've never read the comics, so I have no idea about the history behind him or the story. So I'm excited to actually finally understand. But I'll find that out tomorrow. Right, okay, carrying on going past the bridge, which I forget the name of. The bridge over the River Arno, that's what it's called. What it's called now. Right, come on then. So let's see. Shall we take a look at the list? Oh, we find that out soon, don't we? Scatter pigeons. Oh, I can't wait to start. Obviously, I need to record next week's episodes today. So I'm just recording this first, just so I know, just so I know what's going on in the episode, like what happened, and if I need to mention anything, like I said about the thread colour. Bring feathers back to the Maria Auditore in the Villa Auditore. What is the Villa Auditore, you say? We've heard it before in the database entries with the paintings. Well, all I can say is it's actually linked to what I'm saying now. I can't wait to go back to record the story in the main series. Because something like that might happen. Right, how am I doing? I didn't even see myself put that on the map. See, I like reading the database because, see, walking across this bridge now, I know about the, sorry, I'm yawning my head off. Just thought I'd dive off there. Yeah, I know about the, where teenagers used to tie, locks to the railings of that bridge and throw the keys in the river, and it's like a symbol of eternal love. And obviously if I didn't read the database, I never would have known that. See, you learn things. It's a learning adventure. Whoever said games were useless are wrong. There's a boat there, which we're going to leave there for a minute. I did see something flashing down there. What was it? I think is it a lootable boat? I think it was a lootable boat. Oh dear, I'm having trouble. I like how they do the clothes getting wet as well in this game. Like they sort of get wet and then they sort of dry off as you're walking across, as if it's like, obviously it's sped up a little bit, but it's like as if it seemed like real life. I think they're dry now. I can't quite tell, but I'm not sure. Right, 2 more or 1 more in this district. I think it's 2 more. There's one on top, the Palazzo della Signoria, which I would like to also correct myself. I did say that it was the Santa Maria del Fiore, which had the tower incorporated into the design. It's not. It's actually the Palazzo della Signoria. That's obviously I think the thing at the top there, which I'm going to now. It's that tower that had it incorporated because I got it wrong. But you see what I was sort of saying. So obviously it's been built into it. So I thought, obviously I know incorporated means it's into the design, but I thought it could be, just off to the side sort of thing. But nope, it actually is this one. I suppose when we go off, it says it's off centre, so maybe we can see that. Although I don't think I go that high. I think I'll just go up here. Onto sort of like the building end of it. Yeah, because look, there it is there. Come to me, my little feather. Ta very much. Next one. Next one, so let's you. And of course, the next one is atop the Santa Maria del Fiore. I'm watching Ezio with my helicopter right now. We are going to move our way. We're now going to try and find a way to get down the building. Can you see a...
Do you require a medical assistance?
No, I can't. Oh, we caught it. I was going to say, can you see a hay barrel? Because I cannot, sir. Sir Ezio is continuing to walking down. Walking past the citizens of Florence there. He may be a bit disorganized, you see, but he has got some coin around here somewhere. There's some nice things to buy. But of course, now we're at Santa Maria del Fiore. Over to you, Sir Ezio. Thank you, Sir Ezio. Right. They're going to fight us? No. Oh, they've changed. Oh, it's not the Patsy men anymore. It's the actual guards. That's all right then. Okay. Now it's time to climb the Santa Maria del Fiora. This is where we left it last time in pointing. But still going. Because we've still got a lot of pointing stuff to do. Obviously a lot of pointing stuff. A lot of pointing stuff. Pointing stuff beyond anything you can possibly imagine. But at least it's alright. We'll get there in the end. It's just so much pointing this week. And I think, obviously, you know what's happened this week. This is the last Assassin's Creed 2 episode. But I think what I'm going to do is put 2 episodes out on Friday, 2 episodes out on Saturday, and then this one out on Sunday. Just to spread it out a bit. It's Christmas, you know? Christmas bonus. What did we get? Oh, I suppose there's a point is I can talk a little bit about channel, you know, settings and stuff like that. Look, I don't want to talk about in the actual anything else because it's not about the game. But I've sort of been planning out my list again of games to let's play, and I've added a few. Quite excited about a few. I think if you guys knew what they were, you would be excited as well. But shh, it's a secret. Anyway, right. So I think now we're going over into San Maria. No, it's San Maria. What's it called? San Marco district. That's it. Now I remember what it's called. Right. I'm gonna have a cup of tea anyway before we do anything else. Ooh, something else I can talk about. So I'm just trying to find things to talk about, just to keep the conversation flowing, you know. Keep the conversation going. Keep the conversation. Go. Keep it going. Yes. That's not what I was going to say. The subject 60. No, the weird glyphs. The weird glyphs. You know what they are? The weird glyphs that are on the buildings that we sometimes say. Like when we were doing the databases, we said we had a message from Rebecca that said one of those strange glyphs that Sharon mentioned is on their building. You know, those things. I wasn't going to get these in pointing, but I thought no, I'm going to treat them as a side mission. They're annoying pain in the butt side missions, but yes, I'm probably going to do them when I go back into next week. So the next episode you see, it will probably be me going to do them because I'm going to count them as side missions. I must admit, I usually try to go into them saying, oh yeah, I'm going to solve these on my own, you know, I'm not going to do anything else, I'm going to do it on my own, not even going to cheat online. But usually I give up. And I do go online because some of them get really hard. Like the last few are just insane. I must admit the last one I think is really easy because it's like it's as long as you've been playing Assassin's Creed, you know the ideology. I can never say that bloody word. Ideology. I did it of Assassin's Creed. Like you know the answers. Like there are puzzles. You'll find out. But there's a chessboard, and the clue is nothing is true. Everything is permitted. So I think the answer to that is so amazing, and it's just like, yeah, that is cool. So I know I get that quite easily, but some of them are just really hard. Like you will see next week, but yeah, I think the first one's quite a good one because it's like it's the puzzle I like, which I think is quite good. I mean, I have played some Professor Layton games before, and I must admit. I played it with someone else, and I wasn't really the brains behind it because some of those games are just a little bit, you know, the puzzle solutions are a little bit flimsy. No, that's that thing there. That's what we do against the wall to get the feather. Sorry, I just pointed that out. But I wasn't another. I can do puzzles, but it takes me a while. Like the more I sit down and stare at something, the more I get closer to the answer. Like I'm the sort of person that will say I respawned after I died. I would run at a wall to try and break it, and if I died and I respawned, I would do it again, but I would do it differently and learn from my mistakes. That's how I beat bosses. Like when I was little, my grandma, whatever you want to call them, she used to play games as well, and she was playing a game called Muppet Monsters. And there was the bosses, and she couldn't beat the bosses. So I came around, and I was like, well, I was less than 10, so I must have been about 7, 8. And I would sit there, and I would, like the way I beat the boss, I always used to beat bosses for it. Like Sly Cooper was another game we did, where it's the panda. What's his name? Oh, I forget his name. I'm so sorry about that. But it's the panda that does flame foo, and I sort of I do it, I fight him, it doesn't work, I die, I do it again, I die, I do it, I notice he's got a pattern, which is all the, like, you know, either there's like a comes our thunder, where he slams his hand on the floor. This is really weird. But I learned from that, and I know what you do when he's doing that. So that's how I beat the bosses. I learn from my mistakes, I die, I learn, I grow, I evolve. It's a journey. That is how I like doing things, it's a journey. I don't know what I'm doing, I think it's there. But I realise it's not. Anyway, that's just a little tidbit of information. I know, like I said, this is a pointing episode, so the rules of just talking about the game, they're flexed a little bit because I need to find things to talk about for 30 minutes of pointing episodes. So I'm talking about anything. Right, anyway. I can't wait to play it. I'm sitting here and I'm just like, I just want to play now. It's the only thing with me watching Assassin's Creed. Like, Assassin's Creed is that get one game that will always make me want to play it when I watch it. There's some other games like it as well, but this is one of the biggest one, I think. There's probably two others like that, which are... Or three others. There's Ratchet and Clank, obviously. That's always a key. Harvest Moon is another one. And there's one more big game, which I watch and I'm like, I want to play that now. And I think it's usually games I don't own at the time that make me want to do that. I think he starts a fight, doesn't he? Anyway, probably shouldn't talk too much about not the game things. That, you know, probably. What's the word? Distract me from the things I'm doing. Right, I have no idea of telling how much of this I've got left because I have no sort of, you know, what's it called? Timeline at the moment. So the way I'm looking at this, I'm playing it in Sony Vegas where I'm editing it, and I make it full screen as well. Ouch! Potion, please. What have I got one left? I don't think I've got any left. Yeah, so I turn back to go to see Dr. Volcano. Nope, you're not Dr. Volcano, you're an imposter. You're Nurse Blue.
That should heal.
And only by one. Yeah. So, yeah, I make it full screen, so I've got, like, no way to tell how much I've got left. Suppose I missed a trick there. I should have spoke to the doctor to heal me as well. But oh well. Can't change the past. You know, look forward to the future. There's no point dwelling on it. It's happened, it's happened. Oh, didn't mean to do that. All that. Not a very good performer, is he? Sorry, Mr. Wall Builder. Let's climb up here. You heard someone.
What are you doing here?
Actually, I know what we will say as well. I'm a little bit of a hint, or a not a hint. What's it called? Secret? No. Insight, I suppose, into what I'm going to be doing next year for Try Something videos. I'm thinking about doing another Try Learning Something, and it's going to be similar to the British Sign Language one, where I was learning like a language. I'm going to do it differently, so it's not as long and not as, you know, not boring, but not as long, pretty much, basically. But I'm probably going to try and learn Italian. I've always wanted to. And I must admit, I've been playing Assassin's Creed and I've been picking up languages, words like obviously cazzo or cazzo, which is obviously not a very nice word, but I picked it up. And like, is it figlio di cane, which is a son of a female dog? So I'm picking up bits. I'll be able to tell if someone's swearing at me. But no, yeah, I've always wanted to learn, so I might try it. Obviously, do it differently. Like, I won't do it every day. I'll probably do every so often. I'll do a catch up and then add it in the video. But I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably do that. See, I haven't even planned quarter one yet of next year, which is a shame. Obviously, as I'm going along, I'm thinking about things I could do. Like, I think I've got 2 things, including that one and something else. And then, oh, maybe some things I get for Christmas I can use. Maybe, I don't know. Obviously, you guys will find out when I find out. Sort of. I mean, I'm obviously gonna let you find out next year when it comes out. But that's just a little insight into what I'm thinking of doing. When did this turn into like a general chit-chat and get-together? We've got a party, yeah? Who's got the tea? I have. I've got so much left as well. Right, so what's the plan? I think as soon as I've done this, I will... I don't know, actually. I don't know what I'll do.
Down now.
Might
Hey, you should
call next week. Sorry, I'll talk about this now. All the birds and pigeons flying around. Where is it? There it is. Right. So, if there's 9 in each district, there's only 1 left, and I think this one is on... What's this one called? Is this the Santa Croce? It might be the Santa... Is it the Santa Croce? No, this is the Ospitale something Innocente. The Hospital of the Innocents. Yeah.
I'm losing him.
We'll find out. I mean, something else about Italian as well. I know that
Laggiù, he's there,
I think that they pronounce things with 2 syllables.
Sai,
It's like
le armi.
what is it? Like Santa. We would say Santa, but they have emphasis on the 2 syllables, so it's Santa Maria. Not Santa Maria. That makes no sense. I can't describe it. I was trying to find out how to speak in an Italian accent, and it said something about they say that 2 syllable words and they put emphasis on it, but I don't know. I'll find out. Right, come on, Ezio. We've got not a lot left to do now. There, this is the last one because I remember this one. And look, it's the Ospedale degli Innocenti, not Del. It's usually Del. Right, but this is the last one, and then we can finally get on. Right, so before we get this, I will say thank you, Pointers, for joining me for another few episodes of Pointing. Obviously, there's a lot this week because we had a bit of catching up to do because we didn't get the favours last week because we couldn't include and speak to Petruccio, Auditore. But yes, I will say thank you. I will join you next time with the rest of the normals. So I shall see you next time.